Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We present to you lesson number 910 of our daily Naseehah and advice. Our topic today is istiqamat and steadfastness. We are in the month of Ramadan, and now we see the days are going, the nights are going so rapidly. Just now will be the day of Eid, and thereafter people will say is business as usual. People forget their tahajjud salat and fajr salat. People forget so many other things which they were doing, like tilawat of Quran and khairat and sadaqat. So is this what we are supposed to do? Nay. The sign of acceptance is al-hasanatu ba'd al-hasana, to continue with the good deeds. Obviously, we don't expect people to read Taraweeh in the other 11 months, but the good deeds we were doing, we initiated, so some of them at least let us continue with it. And those actions that are obligatory, mandatory, we must continue with it. Secondly, we must remember that a person who goes back to his normal habit, missing Fajr Salat, missing Asr Salat, reading Salat when you feel like, or for example, we're going back to the movies, going back to the drugs, alcohol, Allah forbid, humanizing. So all these haram activities, that is a sayya ba'd al-hasana, the evil actions after good. So remember, for such people, that is a sign of rad. Rad means it is rejected in the court of Allah. Listen to these three advices. What Quran Kareem states, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّتِي نَقَضَتْ غَزْلَهَا مِنْ بَعْدِ قُوَّةٍ أَنْكَاثًا. In Makkah Mukarramah, there was a lady, she was, like half crazy, and sometimes she would go to insanity. So she would take her yarn, her cotton, all day, tie it up. Evening, afternoon come, she just release it. All that toil, all that effort gone in vain. So me and you are like that, where we go back to our vices and remember. So all the suhoor, we woke up, all the iftar, everything, we pouring water over it, Allah forbid. Mustafa Habibuna sallallahu alaihi wasallam hadith, ahabbul a'mali ilallah, the most beloved action by Almighty Allah is adwamuha, is the one that is done consistently. Wa in qalla, although the quantity is much less, and that is in Mishkat Sharif. And Quran Kareem speaks of istiqamah 2-3 places. Number one, Inna alladhina qalu rabbuna Allah, those people who say Allah is our sustainer, nourisher, provider. Thumma istaqamu, and then they remain steadfast. Fala khawfun alayhim wala hum yahzanun, for them, remember, there is no fear and there is no sadness for them. So it shows that Almighty Allah Jalla wala has made things so easy for us if we remain consistent. Then Bishr Hafi, the sage of the age, buried next to Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal there by the Tigris River in Iraq. What a wonderful, profound statement of his. He used to say, بئس القوم لا يعرفون الله إلا في رمضان. Terrible indeed are those people who recognize and worship Allah only in Ramadan. So remember, we worship the same Allah 12 months of the year. Now we see what the Quran Sharif states, if we are steadfast. Inna alladhina qalu rabbuna Allah, those people who say Allah is our sustainer, nourisher, provider. Thumma istaqamu, then they remain steadfast. Tatanazzalu alayhimul malaikatu alla takhafu wa la tahzanu. Then Allah Ta'ala sends the malaika in groups and groups for him, and they give glad tidings to him in his lifetime. No fear, no sadness. Wa abshiru bil jannah التي كنتم توعدون. They give him the glad tidings of Jannah. And remember, we see sometime the person passing away is smiling and we are crying. He has received the good news. نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. We are your protectors in this worldly life and in the year after. ولكم فيها ما تشتهي أنفسكم. And for you in Jannah whatever you desire. ولكم فيها ما تدعون. تشاءون, and for you is whatever you call for and ask for. نُزُلًا مِّن غَفُورٍ رَحِيمٍ. This hospitality is from Almighty Allah. We are the guests, Duyufur Rahman, and Allah is the host. Imagine what a great bounty, favor from Almighty Allah. Remember, we cannot command Allah, never. We only request from Allah. Allah commands us. So that is the mercy. Allah accepted us as His guests. Allah marzuqna jannatul firdaus wa na'imaha. Allah grant us, our parents, our family members, the Ummah Muslimah, all of us jannatul firdaus. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.